it's like people selling that self. Like, you know, even
What did I just witness? So what I'm gonna say right now, what did I just witness? I know y'all can't see me because I'm setting up, but what did I just witness? Lamont Roach was robbed against Gervonta Tank Davis. We gonna get into that right after this. So the decision just came down right now. And listen, I'm going to keep it real. And there's a lot of bias judging from the beginning of the fight. Period. I was very upset just watching people just talk about it. And I'm watching the shit as I'm watching the fight. In the first 3 rounds, I think there was one round, shout out to DNA Tooth, that Gervonta landed one punch. And pretty much, they both weren't doing much, but this man was the aggressor. He was literally the aggressor, dude. Like, it was crazy. And it was crazy. I'm watching the fight, and I'm like, bro, like, the first 3 rounds, you can argue that he won the first 3 rounds, Lamont Roach. Maybe Gervonta takes 1 round, right? Gervonta starts trying to heat up towards the 6th round, whatever. Eventually, Gervonta takes a knee. He takes a goddamn knee, and it doesn't get called a knockout. How in the world does that not called a knockout, a knockdown? How in the world is that not called a knockdown? It was crazy. The man took a voluntary knee down, regardless if something was in his goddamn eye, regardless if there was. He took a jab to the eye, freaked out, took a knee. Now, guys, people say, well, he didn't really get hurt. He took a knee, guys, because he didn't want to get hurt after that. That's how you protect yourself in boxing, by taking a knee. You take a knee. Now, let's go back to the taking of the knee situation. The scorecards were 114-114. The judges did not count that as a knockdown. If that is counted as a knockdown, that is a 10-8 round for Lamont Roach, and he wins this fight. How in the world is that not scored a knockdown? I don't care if he had grease in his eye, spit in his eye, a thumb in his eye. They did not count it. And it should have been counted. How in the world is that not counted a knockdown? It's absolutely crazy. If that is counted as a knockdown, and think about this as well. The early rounds, Gervonta landed, I think, in one of the rounds, one round, and people were like, oh, he won that round. One punch. He took a knee, guys. It has to be counted as a knockdown. That is absolutely absurd. And listen, that should be, how did they take a look at the replay and say, oh, that wasn't a knockdown? Jackass. If somebody takes a knee, it's so, they say protect yourself at all times, but when you take a knee, it's basically like, hold on, I'm hurt. That is a knockdown. I am sorry. I'm sorry. That's not on the judges. No, I get you real since day one, but the problem is it is a knockdown. Period. There is no argument at this point. How in the world do they disrespect Lamont Roach like that? Like, I'm sitting there, and you could even see it in Tank's face. There was a couple shots. I forgot what it was. I think Tank threw like an uppercut, and he rocked him with a right. Lamont rocked him with a right. You could tell that he got wobbly legs. I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. Lamont made him respect him. Lamont didn't fall into any traps. Lamont was walking him down the rest of the fight. A lot of the stuff that they were saying that Tank was doing, I'm going to be honest, was being a little overblown. I hated the commentary of this fight. How do you rob Lamont Roach of this victory just so Tank keeps the belt. That is absolutely disgusting. I am disgusted. Disgusted by boxing right now. How in the world was that not called a knockdown? Absolutely disgusting. And it's crazy. I'm watching, like I said, I'm watching the fight. And I'm like, yo, I'm trying to be nonpartisan. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of Lamont Roach, even though he looks like my lawyer, which is kind of funny. And I'm like, yo, I got Lamont winning this fight. Even when Tank tried to heat up, he answered everything that Tank was bringing to him. And it surprised him. How in the world did they rob Lamont Roach? I'm disgusted. Guys, this is crazy. Welcome to the 10A podcast for those that are tuning in right now. We're live Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday mornings at 10 a.m. Make sure y'all tune in. I appreciate y'all. Share the link. This is absolutely disgusting. Somebody said grease in my eye, bro. Like they don't use Vaseline. Listen, guys, at the end of the day, I don't give a shit if he pissed in his eye. He went to a knee. When you go to a knee, whether you're in the NFL, you're giving yourself up. You're giving yourself up to avoid being hit. That's what he did. He literally took a jab to the eye. It looked like it was like a thumb to the eye. And panicked because he felt what this guy was bringing to him. And I was like, yo, let me get away before I get attacked. And went to a knee. That is a knockdown. That is a knockdown. Period. I'm sorry. I am disgusted by the decision. I couldn't believe it. And listen, again, he stood up to Tank Davis. Even when Tank decided to pretty much, I'm going to bully him here. I got him here. Tank never got to gauge or push him back. And he stood there, did not panic, didn't overrun. Like, it's crazy. It's a knockdown. I don't care if Tank is your favorite fighter. The knockdown should have been counted. Shout out to my boy Jesse Perez in the building. I've never seen a fighter take a knee and it doesn't count. No, Jesse, I've never seen a fighter take a knee. Check this one out. It doesn't get counted as a knockdown. The referee actually tells him. The referee tells him when you do stuff like that, it looks like a knockdown. Bruh, you know why it looks like a knockdown? Because it was. How in the world did Steve Willis, I think is his name, actually tell him that it looks like a knockdown and doesn't actually score the knockdown? Not only that, they do a replay. They do a goddamn replay. And the replay official says it's not a knockdown. My man, it is definitely a knockdown. How in the world the referee tells him when you do things like that, it looks like a knockdown? That is absolutely insane. Jesse, I am with you. It's not the judge's fault, but there's a replay person. Guys, think about this. Somebody was able to watch it in replay and look at it and actually see it. Just like everybody that's watched the fight. Look at the replay. He goes to the knee after a jab to the eye and goes to the knee. Whether he was hurt or not, he did it to avoid being hurt, being attacked. That is a knockdown. I'm sorry for everyone that loves Tank Davis. But the replay officials could have overruled that and counted as a knockdown. How do you not overrule that? The judges, listen, and again, it's not the judge's fault. But how do you have a replay individual say that? How does the referee actually say this verbatim? It says, when you do stuff like that, it looks like a knockdown, Tank. And Tank is just complaining. It's ironic that Tank Davis does an interview this weekend and says he didn't want to fight Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney in Riyadh season because of the corruption that he believes Turki Al-Sheikh, okay, that Turki Al-Sheikh had did. And the same thing kind of transpired. Cheyenne, what's up? The same thing transpired. The replay official actually watched it. The referee actually stated to him that it looks like a knockdown. Bro, you count that as a knockdown. It's a 10-8 round. It's a 10-8 round at that point. If it was anybody else in the ring, not named Tank Davis, would it have been a knockdown? Absolutely. Disgusting how boxing just did Lamont Roach. How in the world was that not called a knockdown? Somebody, anybody. And announce team was horrible. Oh my God, Jesse, well, they are horrible. Gervonta wasn't even throwing punches. Jesse. And they were saying I'm like, how did he win this round? How did he win the first round? How did he win the second, then the third? How? He's not even throwing punches. What are we actually talking about right now? Absolute shit show on the judges. And listen, whoever was the replay judge needs to kill himself. Literally. How did he watch that and say it wasn't a knockdown? Listen, guys, even if he wasn't hurt, guys, he took a knee to avoid punishment. That is the facts. That is the absolute facts. Absolutely disgusting how they did Lamont Roach. I'm sorry, man. I don't care if you don't like Lamont Roach. I don't even know Lamont Roach. I just put up the calling number. Please, somebody, please call up and explain to me if I'm missing anything at this point. Am I missing something right now? Because I am disgusted right now. Like I can't. I just pinned the message. I just pinned the number up. Smash the like button. This is absolutely absurd. And then Tank says he let him. And it's funny. I was saying this before. I was like the way the man talks. Like after the fight, I couldn't believe what he was saying. It was my fault he was still in there. Bro, he was walking you down. You weren't even throwing punches. And I said this a long time ago. I said, the way he gives rounds away, he's going to run into trouble. And look what happened. And he said, Yo Hook says, look how Davis was treating Calvin after the fight. Listen, why wasn't Calvin the head trainer anyway? I mean, let's keep it real. The number, I just pinned the number to the chat. This is absolute dog shit. Somebody please tell me, how on God's green earth did they give the fight to Gervonta Davis? I mean, they didn't. They pretty much gave it to Gervonta Davis. It was a draw. They let him keep his belts. How is a draw highway robbery? It's insane. It's insane. You know what I mean? Like, Cheyenne says they collected all the money on pay-per-view to say a damn draw, and Roach was landing every trip. Roach won the fight. I'm sorry. The commentary was absolute dog shit. I don't know if anybody's calling up right now, but please, somebody call up and tell me. There's about 400, 500 people. There's 500 people in this chat right now. Absolutely disgusting what boxing did to Lamont Roach tonight. Disgusting. Shout out to Lamont Roach. I cannot believe when I heard 115, 113 Tank, I was sitting there like, what? Then when I see 114, 114, at least they didn't give Tank the victory. But Jesus Christ. First of all, and I'm going to bring this point up. This is a 130-pound fighter going up to 135, right? If there is a rematch, he is going to be more comfortable the second time around. I mean, is Tank going to do the rematch? Is he? I mean, he almost has to at this point. Probably Real Moon says Lamont won by at least 2 rounds. Worst case scenario. I'm with you. Guys, I'm listening to the commentary the first 3 rounds, and I'm sitting there, and I think, and if somebody could let me see the punch output in the first 3 rounds. There was one round that he landed 1 punch, and people were like, well, Tank's with it. Tank is not even throwing punches. He's actually getting walked down. He's trying to figure it out. How do you give a man a round when he's not even throwing? Did you like his outfit better? This is crazy. Roach didn't do. Okay, let's say me too. You said Roach didn't do enough. What did Tank do? I think Roach did more than enough. He landed. He actually hurt Tank. He took Tank's best shots and responded. Are we serious? All he did was keep up. Are you serious? Absolute dog shit. Sometimes people just want to talk just to talk. Me too, please, man. What did Tank do to win the fight? Please, let me know. What are we talking about right now? Lamont Roach was robbed. He was clearly robbed. He was robbed. You want to hear something funny? I'm going to say this. You know how we know? You know he was robbed? Because if it was really close to fight, they would have gave it to Tank. Let's put that into perspective. If this fight was actually close, they would have gave it to Tank. The fact that he won on a draw kind of tells you something. Now, people are going to say, oh, you're going into conspiracy theories. Guys, we watched the referee tell Tank Davis that when you go to a knee, it looks like a knockdown. Why does it look like a knockdown, Steve Willis? Wait, because it is a knockdown. Then the replay official goes and says it wasn't a knockdown. I watched Clarissa Shields say it was a knockdown. I'm going through Twitter. Everyone is saying this, and anybody else not named Gervonta Davis, it would have been scored a knockdown. Absolute dog shit. Why is nobody talking about when David took a knee and wiped his face and didn't take a point? I don't know what he's talking about. David took a knee. Who's David? I don't know what he's talking about. Absolute dog shit. It wasn't me too. Guys, he said me too facts. Unfortunately, Roach didn't make it clear enough. Guys, it was pretty clear, especially the fact that he got a draw. They didn't want to give Gervonta that loss. Are we serious right now? Are we actually serious right now? Somebody said it actually was off a punch. He hit him. I think it was a jab, and he hit him on I think it was the left side of his eye, and I think he got pretty much. It looked like it was a thumb or whatnot, and he kind of panicked and went to a knee. Regardless of the situation, right? He went to a knee in order to not get hit. You're supposed to protect at all times. When that happens, unless the ref stops it, it's a knockdown. Whenever you go to a knee, it's because you're hurt. That's just boxing. I mean, it's the truth. Watch it, dude. Like, I'm not making this shit up. He's telling me to stop it. It's the facts. When you go to a knee, it's a knockdown. You don't go to a knee and because you're actually asking the ref to stop the fight at this point. When you go to a knee, you're telling him to stop the action. Fact or fiction, that's a fact. And when he went to a knee, right, he asked the ref to give him mercy at that point. That's crazy. He said the knee. Now you're trolling. The knee glided. And listen, me too. Don't talk anymore. I'm not going to respond to you. Absolute dog shit of a decision. And remember this, guys. The fact that it was 114, and the judges could not score that round as a knockdown, as a 10-8 round, that gave it a draw. That round, I think it was a 10th round, it scored a knockdown. He wins the fight. Lamont Roach wins. It's the facts. Disgusting. I listen. I would definitely appeal. I would definitely investigate everybody involved in the situation, especially the guy that reviewed it and didn't count it as a knockdown. JT, do you think he takes the rematch, though? I think Tank wins the rematch, but he lost this fight, though. JT has to take a rematch. He has to. He absolutely has to. You know what's crazy? Mo BZ, did the judges strike again? I think it was more than just the judges at that point. You know what I'm saying? Larry Hazard's scorecard had Tank winning the first 4 rounds. How? Kenneth, I'm with you. Kenneth Copeland, I'm with you. He didn't throw no punches. He didn't throw any punches, bro. How the F do you give him those rounds? I was watching the first 3-4 rounds. I'm gonna be honest. I think I had Lamont winning the first. I think it was the first 3 out of 4 rounds. I had Lamont winning the first 3 out of 4 rounds. He was just pushing him back, setting the tempo. It wasn't like Tank was making him go forward. Tank was still trying, like he always does, gives away rounds. You can't give him the round if he's not doing anything. He was more accurate. You landed 1 punch out of 12 feints that you threw. That's not accuracy. Absolute bullshit. I'm sorry. Like, how do you give Tank the first round, the second? Absolute highway robbery. I'm not gonna say hell out of you. This is one of the worst decisions I think I've ever actually witnessed, and it's because of what transpired with the referee. The referee actually told him, when you take it and you stopped action. First of all, you stopped action, bro. You have to count that as a knockdown. You stopped the action. Then you tell Tank, when you do those things, it makes it look like it's a knockdown. Come on, man. Like, that shit is fucking crazy, bro. Like, what are we actually doing right now? Just look at Twitter, man. Twitter is going crazy right now. Shout out to Christine Box. Oh, my God. I'm lying. Oh, my God. This is, I really cannot believe. Terrence Crawford said it was a knee. Carissa Shields says it was a knockdown as well. Crawford said it was a knockdown. Facts. These are facts. How do you not count that as a knockdown? I'm sorry, bro. But the crazy part about it was they reviewed it. There was a fucking review. Jesus Christ. Kenneth says they should have pointed Tank in the first for the shoulder. He pills Roach. It's insane. That is absurd, bro. I'm sorry, man. This is the absolute most dog shit decision I've ever heard. And it was a draw. Kyron Williams is live. Shout out to my Kyron Williams. Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm sorry. Like, I have never seen anything like this in my life. I've been watching boxing over at least over 40 years. Terrence Crawford says, look, I'm going to look. Terrence Crawford said, I've never seen someone take a knee and they don't count as a knockdown. Must have forgot the rules for the night. Absolute fake. Absolute facts. Absolute facts. Terrence Crawford is right. In the ring with Christine, she tweets the same thing. No. Lamont won that. Somebody got saved. Absolutely. Absolute dog shit. This is horrible. Steve Willis, come on, man. I mean, you've been a ref. You've been a great ref at that for all these years. And you don't count that as a knockdown, Steve? Come on, Steve. Come on, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Jamal Herring says Gary put. Listen, I mean, it's unfortunate what transpired today. David Haney says I was waiting for the backflip. Shakur Stevenson says my ticket hit tonight. For the people that don't know shit about boxing, the fight went exactly how I thought it was going to go. They can run. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. I am absolutely disgusted right now. Wow. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Listen, you guys want to call up and you guys want to talk about it, please. I need to vent to somebody. I need to vent. This is crazy. This is crazy, yo. This is absolute crazy. I cannot believe what I just witnessed. Holy shit. What the fuck did I just watch? What does hating Tank Davis have to do with a bad decision? Please. I mean, please tell me, what does hating have to do? Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit the notification button. I appreciate everybody. But this was absolute dog shit. Absolute dog shit. Now all of a sudden, oh my God, he said, "Now I'm sleeping in travel gun." Wow. I mean, again, man, watching this from the onset of the fight, it was not a good look for Tank. I just he could not break it down. He could not figure it out. Oh shit! Hold on a second. Let me give this. Let me set something up real quick for my guy. I'm gonna bring him on. My man Kyron. I got to bring people on right now. This is absolutely dog shit. One of the worst decisions I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, I'm not even capping right now. The absolute worst decision I think I've ever seen in my life. Absolutely. I'm gonna bring some people on right now. Give me 1 second. I am unbelievably. I can't believe it. Wow. Wow. Anybody want to come on and talk, please? Let me send this to my man Kyron real quick. I need to talk to somebody. I need some therapy at this point. Let me see. Kyron. Link sent. Let me just let him know the link is sent. I mean, guys, I'm reading the comments right now. Shout out to everybody in the groups right now. Shout out to everybody. Yeah, listen, man. This was bad. This is bad. Hold on a second. Check your email. I'm gonna bring on my guy real quick. I'm waiting for him to come on. I mean, guys, man, make sure y'all check out my interview with Trevor McCumbee as well last night. That shit was pretty dope. You know what I mean? What the fuck is this? Hold on. There we go. Let me make sure my guy's coming on. I just sent them the link. Oh my God. Yeah, Tank hating me. Hold on. Kai, hold on 1 second, brother. Yo, this shit is the craziest thing. Kai, hold on. Yo, you there?
It's the kid who did, man.
Hold on. I'm gonna bring you on right now. Give me a second. Let me just go to this. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm gonna bring on my guy real quick.
Talk to me, man. It's some bullshit.
Yo, I'm not gonna front, bro.
Some bullshit.
Bro, it was bad, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Hold on, I'm bringing you on right now. Let me just. It takes a couple seconds, guys. Give me 1 second.
You good?
Yo, dog, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'm gonna bring you on. We're gonna talk about this shit.
Yeah. We can talk.
Hold on. So hold on. Let me see when you're there. Let me see. Yep, you're there. You're a little dark, but I can still see you. All right. Everybody sees him. Yo, guys. So check it out. So I'm watching this fight, and listen. We all know Tank is a fan favorite. You know, we all know that. We all know he's the money, right? And the first 3 rounds, I'm like, hey, Tank isn't throwing any punches, and he's getting walked down. And I'm hearing the
punches, bro.
huh?
He don't never throw no punches the first 3 rounds.
100%. But he was losing the fight, and I'm looking at the judges' scorecard or the commentators. I'm like, yo, how are you giving Tank these rounds? It's like,
Come on, bro. We know. Come on, bro. The fix was in, bro. Tonight we seen it. Y'all people can say what they want to.
Yeah.
Tonight we seen it. The man took a knee. The man lost the first 3 to 4 rounds. Let's just call it, because it was at least 3-2. If we gonna be honest,
Yeah.
If not 4-1 in the first 5 rounds.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, we got to get to a point in boxing where we call a spade, and we don't just call draws because the guy who is the cash cow, we don't want to see him lose to a guy like a Lamont Roach.
Facts.
That's not cool. That ain't right, bro.
You know what? You know what was crazy to me, Kai, was when he takes a knee, right? He gets a jab to the left eye. I think it was more of a thumb to the eye. He goes to a knee. They stop action, right? The referee stops him. The referee actually tells him, when you do stuff like that, it looks like a knockdown. Tate, don't do that again.
Okay, knockdown.
What?
Right. Who else is getting chances like that?
No, but Kai, there was a review after the round, and the review, whoever did the review said it wasn't a knockdown. How do you review that and say it wasn't a knockdown?
The fix was in, bro. Vegas was gonna lose too much money if Lamont Roach wins. Vegas loses too much money if Lamont Roach wins. This is we are watching the same fight game that we was watching in the 90s.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson been trying to tell people, some nights I went in there knowing I was gonna win no matter what.
Yeah.
We watching the same fight game. People can try to act like because it's the new age that it's different, bro. We are watching the same fight game. We just watched it happen. And I ain't hating on Tank. I think he's a great fighter.
Yeah.
But do I think he's better than Keyshawn Davis? No. Do I think he's better than Shakur Stevenson? No. And I think he's a great power puncher.
Yeah.
But just like Mike Tyson ran into Buster Douglas and ran into Lennox Lewis, there for every Mike Tyson, there's a Buster Douglas.
But you know what was worse than this? Is worse than Buster because Tyson wasn't taking it serious. He was in shape. He was at weight months ago. I mean, you know how bad of a robbery this was that they made it a draw. Like that's how bad it was. Like think about it.
Bad it was.
Like they were like, yo, dog, he lost the fight. We can't give him the win. He didn't do enough, but let's not give him the loss. Like when they said they reviewed it and they said that they said it's not a knockdown, I was like, based on what? Like,
based on what? How does that even work? How does that? Did Ryan Garcia not do the same thing? Did Ryan Garcia not get punched and have a late reaction and take a knee?
Yeah, he did take a knee. Yeah.
We watched the exact same thing,
bro. It's crazy because it's like a universal rule. Even in football, when you take a knee, you give yourself up. You don't want contact. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. He took a knee because he didn't want to get hit. That's a knockdown, bro.
That's a knockdown, brother. Yeah, man. We watching a sport that unfortunately, I continue to say it. There's not enough regulations in boxing, dog. Until we get some more regulations, we're gonna continue to see robberies like this. We're gonna continue to see the sport not be able to move forward because now, unfortunately, unless you just huge Lamont Roach and Gervonta Davis fans, we gotta watch them go train again for 6 months and do this all over again.
Yeah, I mean, listen. It's disgusting. This might be the worst decision I've ever seen. Literally.
Nah, this is bad.
And it's because of all the elements outside of it. When a referee actually tells you when you do stuff like that, it looks like a knockdown. Dude, you know exactly what it was. How did you not call it a knockdown?
Right.
Like, you look crazy. Steve Willis is a veteran.
You look crazy. Well, man, this is because I think you got like 600 people in the house right now. Norm, you doing your thing.
Oh yeah. 719, man.
In the house. Yeah, look, hey, shout out to my dog Norm. Norm always tap in. He always hit me. It's Kyron Williams from Bet on Yourself. You know how I feel. You know how we coming. You know who gonna give you the most rawest take. I'm always keep it real.
Yeah.
And just tonight was just one of them nights in boxing, man. It's just one of them nights, man.
Yo, this historically may be the worst shit I've ever seen, bro. I'm sorry. You gotta come on, man. You gotta come on. You know you're always welcome on the show, man. We're trying to build over here, man.
Hey, look, man. Look, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here, bro. We locked in, brother. But yeah, I just wanted to lock in with you, bro, and talk about this fight, man, because this was one of the ones where I don't understand how we got here. Yeah. I don't understand how, you can have a fighter take a knee. Yeah. You can have all these things happen, and then it don't go God's way. Now, what I do want to say is, I really want people to respect Jamal Herring and respect.
Yeah, facts. He beat Lamont. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Respect Jamal Herring. Respect that man record. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got some, outside of the ring things going
Yeah.
on, but as a fighter, you got to respect that man. Straight
Yeah.
up.
So somebody said he said we saw a worse decision last week. Guys, it was the fact that the referee actually told him that
Right.
he made it look like a knockdown.
Right.
I can't protect you. Like I'm sitting there like, dude, he
Can't
just told him.
protect you.
Like
Right. Right.
that's what makes it
It's
worse.
saying I can protect you, which means right now in this moment I am protecting you.
Yeah, but
Which means like it's like, come on, bro. Like I don't know, which I've always heard because shout out to people like Jamie Bell, right? I've learned in boxing that especially when you're a champion, you have to lose definitively. And if you are a guy who's
Yeah.
fighting against a champion, if you're a challenger, you have to win it definitively. So with that being said, having a guy have a knockdown and you actually trading and you winning the late rounds, to me, that gives Lamont Roach the edge.
And people forget, like people
That
like,
gives him
yo,
the
he
edge.
didn't pity pat his way. There was a point where I think there was a shot where I think it was Tank threw a hard shot and he countered and hit him with a right and put him like he almost put him on his ass. Like he fell back. I was like, oh shit, Lamont's not
Yeah.
playing tonight. Like
Yeah, nah. Lamar was with that because I think what people also didn't take into consideration is that every punch, every punch that he got from Tank, he felt that punch before. That wasn't his first time feeling that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
so it's like, I think that's where he had an advantage because he wasn't really afraid of Tank. Like how everybody sit there and
Yeah.
actually kind of be scared of bro. Like
Yep.
like Frank, for example.
Yep.
Frank was definitely afraid.
yep.
Lamont wasn't scared, bro.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know what it was? Even with Frank Martin, a lot or any other fighters, they might win a couple of rounds, but then they start exerting energy and doing things that they're not accustomed to doing, and they kind of wear down. If you watch Lamont didn't exert a lot of energy. Like he was, all right, I'm coming forward. I'm gonna make you go back. I'm not gonna do anything crazy that I usually don't do to get tired,
Right.
and bring the fight to him.
Right.
I mean, guys, he fought. I mean, I don't. People say it was debatable. It was not debatable. I'm sorry, this is not a debatable fight.
Yeah, nah, this one was not debatable.
Like,
This one was not debatable. This was, I
yeah,
mean, it's just where we are right now in boxing, bro.
crazy.
There's too much outside that's going on. Like I think the average fan don't even understand how much real life business is going on. It's like you got a cash cow like Tank. These companies, Premier Boxing, PDC, you know what I'm saying? Like Amazon Prime, they're going to make sure that if they cash cow even come close to taking an L, it got to be a real ass whooping. It got to be a real Crawford Spence. Like
Yeah, and it's sad because that's their last guy. And you know what's ironic? He was talking about corruption in boxing with Turkey Al-Sika. I didn't want to go over there because that was his man's. Bro, you literally just spoke this into existence right now, and it showed out on your end. Hold on, we have a call. Call back. I'll bring you on right now with Kai. Don't worry about it. Call back up. It was just, I don't know, man. I'm sorry, man. Like, it makes you question stuff, man. Like, it just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's just like now. This is my question: how do you feel after seeing this? And after hearing people, like, I ain't gonna lie, I done been in there with Shakur and watched this man train. I don't think if it goes 12, Shakur wins in my mind. How does it go a fight between Tank and Shakur in your mind?
In my mind, and this is being honest, I always had Shakur winning that fight. But my biggest concern with Shakur is that his hands, like he hurt he really can't, he can't hurt anybody or he hurts himself. And I feel like Tank knowing that, Tank knowing that is to his advantage. And Tank likes to feel out his opponent and, take advantage. But the fact that he can't sting him in any way, it kind of makes the fight 50-50 to me. But if it's even, if his hands are healthy, I got Shakur. Caller, what's up? 631. What's up, Since? Talk to me. You on the line?
What's good, Norb?
Good. I'm good. You on with me and my man Kyron. What's up?
What's good, Nob? Yeah, I was. What? So, can you break down? Because I watched the fight, but I was at a bar, so I couldn't really hear the commentary. What happened? Like, what were they saying in the fight when he took the knee?
They were all saying it's a knockdown. They're like, yo, wait a minute. Like, didn't count it as a knockdown? And then you hear the ref, he pulls Gervonta close and he tells him, he says, hey, you can't do that because then it looks like a knockdown. And everybody's sitting there like it is a knockdown. Then after the round, it took mad long for them to replay the shit. And then they say the replay judge, there's a replay so that somebody that could reverse the knockdown or whatnot. And he comes out and says it wasn't a knockdown. And everybody was just baffled. Like, what do you mean? He took a knee so he doesn't take any punishment.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, that's crazy. I don't care. I don't care about my scorecard. I don't care about Norb's scorecard. I don't care about anybody's scorecard. The official scorecards ruled it a draw. Two of them ruled it a draw for Lamont. If they count the knockdown, that's a loss.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a Tank fan. I openly admit it. I'm a Tank fan. But Lamont got robbed. If you go by the official scorecards, Lamont got robbed.
Bro,
two of them had it a draw, and a knockdown wasn't called.
How about this? One of the judges had Tank winning the first 4 rounds. How?
On some bullshit. How?
This is what I will say though. Yeah, him winning the first 4 rounds is crazy. But this is what I will say: if you take the knockdown out of it, like I said, I was at a bar, so I wasn't actually like sitting down at home scoring it. Mm-hmm. But if we go round by round, I had it close. I don't think Lamont won a bunch more rounds. But if we go by the official scorecards, they didn't count a knockdown, and 2 of the judges called it a draw. That means those 2 would have had Lamont.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy to me? I feel like people talk about the bigger shots. If anyone got stung in that fight, it was Gervonta when he got caught with that counter. Yeah, like he got caught with that counter. He went back. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, Tank got to let his hands go more, bro. He 295 punches. That shit is cool because he knocking dudes out in most of the time in 7th, 8th round. But you go through a 12-round fight and you ain't even throw 300 punches. It's crazy. Nah, especially when the fight before that, Gary Russell threw 900 punches.
Bro, and I've said this, when you start fighting guys like Shakur, even Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, you can't fight like that. And I don't know if he thought that Lamont Roach wasn't going to be able, I don't know what, but he can't continue to fight like that. And it caught him today. Even though they gave him a draw, quote unquote, everybody knows who won that fight, bro.
Right.
Everyone.
Yeah, if you go by the scorecard, you have to say Lamont won. There's no, like I said, it doesn't matter how you scored it. The official scorecards, 2 of them had him in a draw. And they didn't score a knockdown.
What was the biggest punch Tank landed?
None, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Tank got a good ass chin because he was getting hit with some shit.
Yeah. Somebody said his accuracy.
You see how he answered your question, right?
Yeah.
What shot did Gervonta hit? Yeah. And he said, "Well, Gervonta got a strong chin."
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
come on, bro. We know what happened tonight.
Bro, everybody on social media, every boxer saying the same thing. Like, even if you hate Tank or if you love Tank, whatever, you cannot deny that it was a knockdown. Like, how do you, if you say it's not a knockdown, you're just a nut hugger. I'm sorry. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, seriously, bro. Like,
did the instant replay guy give his reasoning for why it wasn't a knockdown? Like, no, what did he say?
He just said it wasn't a knockdown, and I was sitting there.
He said, "Nigga, my Wells Fargo hit this morning,
yep.
nigga." Pretty much. Nigga, my Charles Schwab hit this morning, nigga.
Yeah.
What? I ain't see shit.
You know what's crazy too about this? This is all happening after Tank said he didn't want to fight no more. That's what makes it even crazy.
Right. Because
I agree. There's the whole scenario surrounding it makes it crazy.
Yeah. What were you saying, Kai?
Yeah. Anybody who's ever done anything, once you feel like you're done with it and you speak that into existence and you say it, and you usually done. If you look at any athlete who said, "Okay, hey, I'm getting close to the end,"
yeah,
it plays out that way. You know what I'm saying? So, like, mentally, I feel like bro wasn't even in it when he showed up to the very first weigh-in. Bro, you could tell something was on him, like whether it's baby mama drama or his bread or his Calvin or whatever was going on, he was wearing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we've been seeing it since the beginning. He wasn't mentally in it, bro.
Yeah, he got rid of Calvin and brought him back as a secondary trainer.
Right.
Come on, bro.
Right.
Like, this is funny.
Right.
Somebody just said it was the Floyd fist touch the ground scenario. No, it was not. Floyd
Right.
did it voluntarily, firstly, to put his fist on the floor. That's one. This guy
I don't even know how anybody can argue that wasn't a knockdown. That's crazy.
Bro, this guy must sleep in Gervonta boxers. Like, literally, with Gervonta on the face. Like, there's no way, bro. Like, I'm sorry.
He said nigga sleeping in drawers.
Bro, like when I seen that, I was like, yo, did he just take a knee? Like, nah, bro. Now the question is Gervonta going to take the rematch? He almost has to.
He has to, unless he retires, but he has to take the rematch. There's no way he can fight somebody else. There's no way.
No.
Well, he gotta take the rematch, bro. And that's what I was saying earlier. Like, now we gotta watch this shit again for 6 months.
Yeah.
We gotta watch them take 60 days off to recover. Then they gotta take another 120 days to prepare for another fight. And then we get to see that. Now we don't get to see Shakur. We don't get to see none of these fights until 2026. Let's just keep it a bit.
Bro, the Tank lovers are amazing. Look at this one. This guy says, Tank was up so many rounds before the knee. Why nobody talking about that? What are you talking about? No, he was not. What fight were you watching?
Fight. You don't watch boxing, do you, young man?
No. How do you say?
You watch Dragon Ball Z.
Yes. How do you say Tank was up? It was close, bro. And I had.
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't at the house like sitting down on my couch scoring it, but like so I was at a bar, but like just watching it, it was close. I don't think either one of them really gained momentum like that.
No. Bro, to say Tank was up was crazy. Even his corner in the 12th round said you got to let it all hang out. Why are they telling him that?
Gotta let it hang out, man. And then he just didn't.
Yeah, you see, I didn't hear all that. They already said that?
Yeah.
I thought in the 9th round that he was gonna let it hang out and he was gonna catch it with a shot. I'm gonna be honest.
He tried.
Because especially when.
But you know what it is though? You know what it is though? Shout out to Lamont. Lamont really don't move like that.
No.
Like he kind of stayed in the center of the ring. It's hard to walk somebody into a knockout when they not moving.
Right. He wasn't running from him. He was really walking him down if we want to be honest.
Yeah, he was.
He was really applying the pressure. Lamont was applying a lot of the pressure. Like
Tank was circling the ring, but Lamont kind of stayed in the center the whole fight.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Bro, when he caught Tank with the counter right and sent Tank back, after that round, Tank kind of tapped him like, all right, yo. Like, I was like, Tank, don't never do that. Tank was like, all right, bro, good shit. Like,
He did. He gave him a little tap.
Yeah, like, yo, good shit.
Tap, man. Everybody know what the little tap mean, man.
Yo, this guy's funny. I don't know who this guy, his name is the Lit family says, your natural reaction is to get something out of your eye. Tank was never hurt. Bro, shut up. He went to a knee, bro. It is what it is. Like, stop. Like,
right. Even if he did, who the fuck told you to get your hair done?
Yeah.
We just watched have to cut his ponytail. We remember in the undercard of one of them fights, the young kid, I forget.
Oh yeah, a few weeks ago, yeah.
He had to cut his
shit done in fact,
like, you are a fighder, bro. Like, just like in football, if you had your hair out and somebody pull it, that's a part of your uniform. Nobody told you to do that, bro. So if you end up taking a knee, that's your fault.
Yeah, and but it did come from a punch. It looked like it was a thumb in the eye, but it still came from a punch. They did that. It counts. What do you want me to tell you? Somebody said he tried, but Roach was mirroring Tank style. He was in front. He wasn't overzealous. He wasn't doing things to put himself in position to get hurt, and it frustrated Tank. He didn't give Tank too many openings, and every time try to open up, he would catch him. He caught him on a lot. I felt like the cleaner shots were by Lamont Roach. I couldn't believe what I was hearing with some of this commentary. Like,
can't believe this shit.
Bro, all I'm hearing in the commentary, like, Tank, this is what he does. And then all of a sudden, the 8th round, he just puts you to sleep. I'm like, bro, watch the fight and shut up, dude. Like,
right, just watch.
Yeah, after like the 6th, 7th round, I knew a knockout wasn't coming. After like the 6th, 7th round, I knew a knockout wasn't coming.
Yo,
I wouldn't say that just because I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know Lamont Chin was like that. I didn't think he was gonna be able to withstand, especially when he started talking back and forth. Just because I'm a former athlete, bro. So it's like once you start talking, either you really in your bag or you trying to talk yourself into it. It's one of the two. And I didn't feel like But shit, obviously he showed us Lamont was in his bag, and that's why he was able to talk back and forth. If you're really able to talk and stay as locked in as you need to be to fight in a championship fight, like you a bad motherfucker. You a Michael Jordan. You a Anthony Edwards. You a Tom Brady. Like them motherfuckers, you can really talk your shit and still be laser focused like that. You a bad motherfucker.
Yo, hold on. Shout out to Jamal Herring. He made a funny ass post. He said, "Great fight between Tank and Lamont. Now can y'all please stop knocking my resume over the Roach fight?" He's got a point. He beat Lamont Roach.
He beat Lamont, bro. He beat Lamont, bro. He beat him. So it's just like people just hating, bro. It's just like people hating, bro.
Yo, hold on. This is true. I forgot about this. He said, "My question is, why the fuck did the ref stop the count after his knee?" He decided to tell Tank it looks like a knockdown. I'm sorry, I thought you were hurt, and then took it back. Like, how did he started the count? Is crazy.
What it remind me of? It remind me. Remember, back in the day when Michael Jordan used to go talk to the referee and shit, and the referee used to be like, "Hey, Michael, I didn't see it. I don't know, Michael." It was that type of moment. Like the referee was on some fan shit. Like, bro, you the ref, boy.
You know, honestly, and this is just being honest,
man.
I like Steve Willis, but he needs to be reprimanded for that. He needs to possibly face suspension for that. I'm going to be honest with you.
Like, what you doing?
Yeah, I like Steve Willis too, but that was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, dog, you started your count and then stopped. It said it looks like a knockdown. No, it was. You should have counted it. Nah, sorry, you started a count.
Boo.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. What does Tank do for now? I mean, at least he gets a big rematch, right? I mean,
at least he gets a big rematch. At least he gets a big rematch. But it's just like, bro, do we really want to? I feel like this is bitter beef all over again. We really don't want to see the second one, but now we got to see it because it's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like we really didn't. Now we got to see better beef all a third time. It's like
now that the fight's over, we would have gotten a rematch. Now that the fight's over, we would have gotten a rematch regardless because if it's a draw now, so now we got to see the rematch. But if he would have lost, we know there's a rematch, so he would have rematched him regardless.
Right.
My man Kenneth in the comments says,
my brother, touche.
Tank was crying to the ref the whole fight. He was, and he knew he was losing.
He was. He was on some LeBron and shit, bro. Like how LeBron be with the refs and shit. Like no offense, I fuck with LeBron, I fuck with Jordan, but you know once you become the face of a sport, you can, you know what I mean? Tom did it. Jordan did it. LeBron do it. Like everybody, once they get to that, you become the face of the league. It's like, okay, I can, these refs might be fanned out tonight. Who knows?
Shakur came out and said that he wants to make the fight happen. It can't happen, Shakur, unless it's a rematch. There has to be a rematch right now.
That's my dog, and I want it to happen. But I know this sport game. Like they gonna try to block my dog out. It's gonna be some business shit. It's just like they gonna try to block my dog out, bro. And
it's funny now. People are saying Shakur would beat Gervonta. I always said he would.
I always said that he would. I said that it would be a unanimous. I said he would always win by unanimous decision. But now that I see tonight, they might fuck around and hold Shakur and call it a draw. Do some wild shit. Like it ain't no telling, bro. After seeing tonight, ain't no telling what they'll do.
I mean, but we can't put this one on the judges though. That's the ref.
Yeah, no.
But at the end of the day, you the last decider when it comes to scoring them cards. You like at the end of the day, you supposed to make that shit right, man. You're supposed to make that shit right.
Yeah, but they can't score the knockdown if it wasn't ruled a knockdown.
Yeah, no. That's a fact. But even without the knockdown, I still had him winning the fight. I'm not going to lie to you. Without the knockdown.
Like I said, I didn't officially score it, so I can't tell you what I had it. But I thought it was close just round by round just from watching it.
I had it 7-5.
Yeah.
I had it 7-5. I had him up 4-2 in the first 6 rounds. And then he won at least 3 of them last couple. So it's just like, bro, there's no way he didn't win at least 7 rounds. Let's just keep it a bean.
What did the one judge that had it for Tank? What did he have it?
115, 113.
113.
Yeah.
Okay, so he had it close too. Okay.
Yeah, that's just like, come on, bro. It's like,
and if they would, and it's funny if they would have counted that knockdown, he would have had it. I think. Well, 1-4, no.
Yeah, that would have been 3 draws. That would have been 3 draws. Well, yeah, that would have been a draw and then 2 for Lamont.
Yeah, facts.
oh, bro.
Oh, man. This is crazy, bro.
Trash.
But yo,
It is
caller. I
trash.
appreciate you calling up, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah. But
All right,
hey,
be good,
it's
bro.
love, man.
Yeah, nah,
I gotta get ready to fly. Man, make sure y'all follow Bet on Yourself Clothing, Bet on Yourself podcast on YouTube and on Instagram. Follow me on IG and on Twitter, DK Williams, and on Instagram, just my name, Kyra Williams,
Yeah, man. Let's
KIE.
get to work, man. We need to do some work, brother.
Bro, we locked in, bro. I'm moving around, bro. We really got some things that we trying to do on the podcast side to like expand. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't really say more,
Okay.
but I will say our last episodes was Thunder for Vegas. So we got some lanes that we finna start touching in.
Hey,
Some
man.
conversations that we finna start having. So as we expand, bro, we gonna stay locked in.
Man, I hope I can be a part of some of that, man. Just let me know, brother. You already know.
It's love, for sure.
All right, my G.
One.
Hey, man, keep going. The chat is lit. You know what I mean? Appreciate everybody showing up. We got almost 1,000 people on in the chat. You know, let me know what y'all think about this decision. Oh man, how did Tank lose when one of the judges had Tank winning? They don't make sense. I don't understand what you're saying. Tank lost because it was a majority draw. I mean, he didn't lose. It was a majority draw. But yeah, crazy. The internet, the boxing world has lost their mind. Make sure you guys tune in also, man. Please, for those, if we got some new listeners, new followers, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m., I go live and we cover everything going on in boxing. I appreciate you guys subscribing, you know what I mean? And tuning in, man. We're going to do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I do sporadic shows. You know, if something pops up like now or whatnot, and things of that nature. God Year says that whole no scoring auctions, what? Unless the ref called it, is so flawed. Anyways, I don't know what that hasn't been changed. Then think Canada. No, the actions, that's what he said. That no scoring actions unless. Yeah, that was trash. But it could have been, yeah, it was a draw of rubblers. It should have been ruled a knockdown. What bothered me more so was the ref starting the count, then stopping the count, and saying what he said to Tank, that it looks like it's a knockdown. It is a knockdown. I'm sorry. I mean, nobody knows the rules better than the judge. I mean, in order to be a judge, a ref. In order to be a referee, you have to know everything that happens in the ring. You have to know all the rules. So for him not to take the points away or not to count that as a knockdown was absolutely absurd. I mean, to be honest with you, I would definitely, if I was Lamont Roach, I would definitely ask for an investigation on the replay guy. And listen, again, I like Steve Willis a lot. I mean, a lot. He's one of my favorite referees, but he needs to be reprimanded for that. That alone, not counting that as a knockdown. If you go by it cost him the victory. Cost Lamont the victory. You know what I mean? You know, it's crazy. Hey, Kenneth Copeland, man, I appreciate that, but I will never, ever be a part of that culture ever again. Like, it's just not something that I'm interested in. But I appreciate you, Kenneth. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. Anybody else want to call up, man? I've been talking for about an hour. Shout out to everybody. I kind of wanted to hit 1,000 in the chat, man. I kind of wanted to hit 1,000. It's crazy. And it's funny because Tank was talking he was talking about corruption. I actually got the clip here. He was talking about corruption in boxing, and it kind of played in his favor this time. You know what I mean? Absolutely absurd. All we need is Gerald and ARP to get you. Chance, no, it'll never happen, man. No, there's not enough money for me to go. And I love what I do. I love to spend time with my children. I will be doing more traveling and stuff like that, but more so in regards to the boxing world. I'm going to be going to events and stuff like that. Paulie Malignaggi just tweeted, wow, Tank. The boxing world right now is in an uproar. Jamal Herring, y'all feelings. The post had nothing to do with Tank. The post mean, he's talking about the post. You know. It's crazy, man. This is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. This is, oh wow. 900 in the chat. Just on X, which is pretty dope. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody that's tuned in. This is crazy. 906 in the chat. Almost 1,000. I try to get it to 1,000 retweets, y'all. Let's get it up. Let's get it going. Kermel Moten. Everybody is giving their opinions. Devin Haney, opinion. Yeah, listen, man, at the end of the day, thank God I didn't miss this fight. Thank God. Here it is. This was the night. This was the night. That counter that he landed on Tank right on the jaw, you could tell Tank didn't take that well. That hurt him. That really hurt Tank, that punch. I'm again. Hold on. Oh, word, you calling him? Bro, call me right now. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to get Jamal Herring on right now. Hold on. Jamal Herring just said he might be calling up right now. Let me just double check that. I didn't see no missed calls. Hold on. Should I just call him right now? Let me just double check. I'm gonna bring Jamal Herring up right now. Hold on. This is crazy, man. I'm not gonna front. I got Jamal Herring. Hold on. Robbed. Yes, he got robbed. Yes, he did. That's crazy. Hold on. Fight Hype got the post conference going right now. Where at Fight Hype? What is it? What do they have it on? Hold on a second. Jamal, what up? Hold on a second. Let me bring you on. Jamal, what up, brother?
What's up, bro?
Chilling, man. Chilling. I seen you watch the fight. I seen you made some comments. People are going crazy for what you said. It's crazy.
Yeah, the thing about it too, bro. Like I wasn't even taking a jab at nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like my thing was just like during the whole build-up, you seen it. Everybody kept saying that Lamont Roach wasn't worthy of the Tank fight. That's what I was trying to say. Like,
yeah.
Just because the public masses don't know who Lamont Roach is, doesn't mean that he's not a good fighter. The dude can fight. I wasn't saying that my victory over whatever happened after that was better. Nah, the motherfucker can fight. That's it.
Yeah. No, you're right. And it's funny because I was talking to Trevor McCumbee as well yesterday, and they both came up through Pro Box, and he was telling me, like, he's like, Lamont's a good fighter. Like, he's a really good fighter. And, I've seen a lot of people say it, and he really, he did something that a lot of people couldn't do, and it was stand up to Tank, and the world is shocked right now, man. I mean, let me ask you a question. You're a professional boxer, right? Clearly.
Right.
What did you think about the knee not being called a knockdown? Because that right there blew my mind.
Hey, listen. I mentioned that about 5 minutes ago. Like, I don't know if that would have counted, that fight would have had a whole different outcome.
Yeah, I mean, they had 114 as a draw.
You know what I'm saying? That fight would have been 114, 113, whatever. That fight would have been a whole different outcome.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. I mean, I'm glad to hear you back, though, brother, man. We miss you out here, man. We need that commentary.
Now I'm trying to, but I gotta get my things in order over here. But like, yeah, bro, shout out to you though, bro. Like since I've been back around, you've really been checking on me and hitting me up. I'm like, bro, when you gotta get back, I'm like, yeah, I am, brother. I'm gonna get back to it, but like, I'm here. You see right now, I'm warming up to get back into where I belong. But like, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna call bro up, I'm gonna call bro and share my words. But today, like I said, overall, I enjoyed the whole call for the most part. I thought the Russell, I thought Gary Russell did a good way to bounce back. You know, he bounced back against Ohio. He dominated. I thought that was a good fight. Despite what everybody thought coming into the main event in terms of boxing wise, it was fucking entertaining. You know what I mean? 'Cause it was back and forth. They both had their, you know what I'm saying, their moment.
Yeah. Let me ask you,
So
what makes Lamont Roach such a difficult fight though? I know you were successful against him, beating him, but what did you see in him that would translate into a very good fight with Tank Davis?
not, you know, like I said before, when I mentioned on another podcast, bro, like I said, everyone was asking me basically like, if you could tell Lamont Roach, if you could tell Tank whatever, I'm like, I can't tell Tank nothing about Lamont Roach. Yes, I fought Lamont Roach, you know, in my own career, but at the same time, everyone in the world knew during the build-up that Lamont Roach and Gervonta Davis had history. So it was nothing for me to really tell them. Like they knew each other like the back of their hands. I mean, yo, bro, I've been saying it for the long. I said, don't be surprised if the fight turns out to be a Pacquiao Marquez situation, meaning that we've seen it. Pacquiao was knocking out everybody at one point.
Yeah.
But every time in between those knockout swings, when he fought Marquez, they always seen the last belt. And it's just one of those things because styles make fights, and Marquez just knew his style. That's how I was trying to say about Lamont going to the fight with Tank. I said, listen, there's none of that I could tell Tank about Lamont and vice versa.
Yeah.
These two know better than I can, you know, than I can ever explain in life. And Lamont proved that, like, when he got hit with something, what did he do? He come right back. He came right back every time.
No, it's funny you mentioned that because familiarity, I can't even say the word, definitely means a lot in boxing. Look at Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. We could take it back to Shane Mosley versus Vernon Forrest. It's just something about knowing your opponent and knowing what they can do clearly is an advantage. And Lamont Roach, he looks so comfortable in there, bro. You know.
Yeah. Like he surprised me because, like I said, I'm looking back at the fight we had. I'm like, for the most part, I was, you know, the longer fighter, but I had to be the one pushing forward. In this fight, you know, Lamont kept cussing like he really took a back step. He really took a back step. And I think that's what the judges had. They were scoring in Lamont's favor because, like I said again, he didn't take a back step. He didn't show like you know, from the crowd reaction and of course how we was watching, we would see he gave it a good shot, but it didn't phase him. And if anything, he always reacted with a shot of his own.
Yeah.
So that's what the fight interesting.
Yeah, no. What impressed me and what I noticed as well in the fight was his timing against his timing in his counters. Specifically, Tank threw a punch and he countered and he kind of rocked. He kind of rocked Tank and Tank fell back and I was like, oh, wait a minute, hold on.
It was like you said, but shout out to Tank because Tank over a minute though he said, you know, Lamont has underrated pop. He does have pop in his punches. You know, he might not be because of his style. You know, because he's a real laid back fighter. And, you know, and he's probably more like you said, like a counter puncher. But so because of his style, he's not always looking for the kill. He's just looking for, you know, to make his shots count and then go on about it. You know what I mean? So like again, but at the same time, those shots, if they hit you clean, they have some respectable power behind it.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think Tank takes the rematch immediately? I mean, I think he has to at this point.
I think he has to, but like just going by history in boxing, it's like one of those things where the guy that's supposed to win when he has that rematch, you know, and he looks better. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I think like for instance, Barrera when he fought Rocky Juarez second time around, the first fight around, you know, people thought Rocky Juarez still won that fight, but you know, the second time around. The A side, you know, they get their act together and come back harder. Again, Floyd Mayweather and Castillo. You know what I'm saying? The second fight, you know what I'm saying? Floyd had to get better. Same thing when he fought
Maidana.
What's her name? Maidana. As I'm saying, it's like the rematches though. It's like one of those things in boxing for some reason. when you don't get it the first of the round, the second of the round is going to be much harder because the A starter or the guy that's supposed to win, he always comes back with a more focused game plan than the first of the round.
Well, that is true, but I could name you two other spots, two other positions, two other
Hey,
fights.
Pacquiao Marquez, prime example, man.
Well, not even remember Antonio Tarver and Roy Jones. That's another one.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, true.
so
No, it's true. Yeah. Roy did, you know what I'm saying, slightly got away with the victory, but, you know, Antonio damn so did make a definitely made an impact with that, like, out of those 3 fights, of course, the second fight always stands out. So I get you, yeah. I mean, but think about it, that comes once in a blue moon, though, but again, in boxing, though, man, anything is possible. Like, Lamont feels, you know, confident that he can still, you know what I'm saying, reach and touch Gervonta. That right there is enough for Lamont to, you know what I'm saying, maybe get that Tarver shot off, or, like I said, potentially have more confidence going to the second fight and put on a far better performance than he did tonight. Because, again, when you get guys that are familiar with each other, you know what I'm saying, nobody's really afraid of one another. So Lamont Roach is going to take chances.
and you know, going back fighting him again at 135 the second time around, wouldn't he feel more comfortable at that weight as well? I would think so.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. Like, he probably feel a lot more comfortable. Niggas want to, like I said, again, let's go back to what you said, Roy Jones effect. Roy Jones probably felt a lot good saying that maybe around heavyweight, but he had to come back down for that title fight, and you've seen the outcome. So I'm pretty sure Lamont is going to want to stay around at 135 as long as he possibly can. It makes sense, especially with the sanctions body of the WBA. So why won't he stay at 135? I mean, let's be real. He was already talking about fighting if Rio would have won at 140. So I'm pretty sure Lamont Roach is ready to stay at 35 or even move up to 140 with the right opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm definitely looking forward to see what Tank does, man. I mean, history. I don't know, man. I feel like Lamont for some strange reason, they say styles make fights, familiarity, and I feel like him getting comfortable. And I'm not gonna front, like, he seemed to have Tank's timing down, which was scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made like I said, man, Tank had his moments. They both had their moments. I thought it was a really fun fight. But without add on what you're saying, yeah, bro. Like I said, he's a guy that done since he was 8 years old. They're going on 30. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
like man, I thought I was like, don't just because you know what I'm saying Lamont hasn't been in those big fights like Tank doesn't mean that he wasn't slowly, you know what I'm saying, perfecting his own craft and, you know what I'm saying, doing what he had to do to get to that opportunity. Like you said, like he even said, they got the call and they immediately jumped on it. I mean, you know, a lot of guys say that, but I seen from like the interviews, Lamont wasn't really focused on, I'm not for anyone of Tank's fans, but like, he wasn't focused on just a big payday. Like, he really kept sticking on legacy and becoming a two-divisional champion, and even, like I said, speaking about fighting at 140. So,
yeah,
when a guy like that, he's about the business. He's about the craft. He's not just about the business. He's about the craft as well. And he wants to cement his own legacy, and it showed that he's not a fluke. So I can understand where he's coming from.
Nah, I'm with you, man. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more. You come back, bro. I'm waiting for that comeback. You know what I mean? We got to get it back going, bro.
I got you, bro, man. I will keep you posted, man.
Nah, most definitely, man. I know you're probably busy right now, so I appreciate you calling up, man. I'm about to probably wrap this up in a couple minutes, but I definitely appreciate you calling in, Jamal.
Hold up, brother. And everybody who tuned in, man, God bless you, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the night and keep you safe out there.
My guy, appreciate you, bro.
Hold up.
That was my guy, Jamal Herring. He fought Lamont Roach. Good insight. A lot of people going crazy. I got my boy John McCoy hitting me up saying that it wasn't a robbery. I don't agree with him. But he says what he said. They get them on more rounds than they should have, but on playing around, catch up to you. Robbery is a clear win, and they take it. Only one person win on the scorecards. Tank. I don't know what they're talking about. I really don't understand them. Listen. I don't believe just because you're the champion that you can get away with not throwing any punches and win a fight, and especially the first few rounds. When I was scoring it, I had him winning. I had even without the 10-8 round, I had him winning. And when the 10-8 round happened and didn't call it, I thought that was absolutely absurd. Like, I was just sitting there dumbfounded. Shout out to almost 1,000 people in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Again, remember, guys, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we are live at 10 a.m. talking boxing. I appreciate everybody tuning in right now. Shit is super lit right now. I'm just kind of confused, man. Very confused. Cheyenne said, no, didn't it look like at one point Davis was trying to bite his ear off? Yeah, I'm not going to front. I saw that. I was like, yo, what the fuck's going on over here? What the fuck is going on? Did he try to bite him? Like, it was kind of crazy, but, you know, it is what it is, man. I'm trying to get to that 1,000. If I get to 1,000, I'm going to be happy as hell. You know what I mean? But let me see what else we got here. So other people in the chat. Tank got bullied. Whatever. But nah, it was definitely an interesting night of boxing. Appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. Tap in. I appreciate my man Chiron with the shout out. You know what I mean? Nah, it was definitely definitely an interesting night. Where does Tank Davis go from here? I believe it has to be an immediate rematch. It just has to be. There can't be anything else for Tank at this point. It has to. I mean, listen, and this is just me watching the fight. You know, he was very, very confident. He did not run. Look, this is the crazy. I'm watching when he starts to count. The referee actually starts to count, which is crazy to me, and then tells him that. That's absurd. Rosa Tank told him in the 12th round, man, they ain't gonna give it to you. He's right. Tank knew he wasn't gonna lose. Russell performance. You know what's crazy? Vibes. I missed that fight. I was doing something, but I heard. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of watching it with one eye, in a sense. But shout out to Gary Russell for the victory against Rayo. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. Ref Steve Willis started to the 10. Nigga, this is facts. He started the 10 count. He comes in. He starts the 10 count. He goes to his corner. 1, 2. And Tank goes, he's like, guys, how is this possible? He started at 10 count, bro. He started his 10 count. How is that even possible to start your 10 count? And it's insane. Wow. That is absolutely insane. Let me see if I can upload that. Can I do that shit real quick? No, I can't. It's going to take too long. He actually starts his 10 count. I'm sorry. Shout out to my guy, Positive Vibes. Shout out to him. How you start a count and stop? Has that ever been done? No, Kenneth, I am blown away with what I've seen tonight. It's just absolutely absurd. 1,008 people, hey! Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all for tuning in. Again, Lamont Roach, my opinion, was robbed tonight in a fight against Gervonta Tank Davis. Fought a great fight. Landed some really good shots. It's tough. I mean, it's tough. It kind of sucks because it is a draw. You know what I mean? And listen, that's what makes it worse for me, that it's a draw. Because I feel like they really did not want to give Tank that loss. They just said, yo, listen, it's going to be some controversy. Just give it a draw. And that's the cash cow. You know, shout out to that's nice. That's nice I feel wanted right now. 1,008 people right now. That's phenomenal. Shout out to everyone that's tuned in right now. Tank Davis was robbed. I mean, Tank Davis was robbed. Tank Davis and his team was able to pull off the victory via the referee, via the judges. The judges, it's crazy. Somebody said they want to see Shakur. Clarissa said she wants to see Shakur versus Lamont. No, Clarissa. We want to see Lamont and Davis too. You know what I mean? Lamont Roach says that he will most likely fight Shakur Stevenson next if he can't get the Gervonta rematch, since they already talked about fighting before the fight. That's crazy. Listen, at the end of the day, and I'm going to be honest, if Gervonta Tank Davis does not take the rematch immediately, it's going to show a lot about him. And this is being honest. When Floyd Mayweather had to go through that versus Castillo, he took the immediate rematch, if I'm not mistaken. I know he took the immediate rematch with Maidana and went on and won. I think he got to. I don't think there's another. I think Tank will be critiqued bad if he doesn't take this fight immediately. Just being honest. How can you start a kind of stop? Has that ever been done? No, I don't know. The judge should not ref next fight. What? Should not ref. I don't know. The judge doesn't ref. 313-313, you are on the top. So he hung up. I picked up a name, they fucking hung up. We got 1,008 people in here. Appreciate everyone that's tuned in right now. You know what I mean? Jamal Herring called up. My man Kyron Williams called up. I'm seeing all the aftermath of what's transpired right now. Sabrina Matias stops. I didn't even know Sabrina fought. Well, I did know, but I didn't tune in. I was kind of busy. You know, right now it's going crazy. Got everybody going crazy right now. Blair the Flair is live. Everyone's going live right now. Roach, you the guy. Wait, hold on. So Tank Davis said this about taking a knee. Hold on.
Ago, and she picked grease in my shit, so the shit was like, you know, like when you sweating and things like that, and the grease come in my face. It burnt my eyes type shit. Damn, why y'all booing like I'm saying bullshit? Like, this is real facts. Come on, man. Look at my hair. I just got my shit done. But it's all cool, man. You know how I get. They love you and then they hate you. Turn around there and love you again. You know what I mean?
Did he just say that he got grease in his eye from getting his hair done? Although that might be true, it's still a knockdown. Just being honest, Tank. I get what you're saying. Still a knockdown. Listen, people love you. People absolutely love you. That's not going to change. But that was a knockdown. Sorry. The chick did your hair and grease fell into your eye. Okay. But you took a knee. That's a knockdown. That's just technically what it is. I'm sorry that your hairstylist caused you to take a knee, Tank, but the fact of the matter is, Tank, that is called a knockdown.
And then fuck two-tone, fuck showbiz. I might, come on, all right. They don't know nothing about boxing.
What? I'm gonna tell you this. I got cooked. Roach, you cooked. You right.
Tank, you voluntarily.
This is Keyshawn Davis. Everybody's reacting. I'm watching everybody on Instagram.
So Wednesday, your favorite girls are serving crow for dinner for you all.
We finally. This is crazy. The knee hurt around the world. Everyone is reacting to the knee. Tank not even doing a post-fight interview. His trainer just said it was grease. They don't use grease. They don't use grease like that anymore. They use gel. Shaking my head. Kenneth, Tank said it was grease from when a girl did his hair. That's what he said. Somebody just did his hair, and the grease from the hairstylist that was put in, right? Shout out to the 1,035 people in here. Shout out. Went into Tank's eye, and he took a knee. Wow. First time in history that a hairstylist should have got credit for a knockdown. I'm just being honest. That is absolutely crazy. A hairstylist. Hairstylist got a knockdown. Now, to be honest, to be fair, I don't think that he got hurt and took a knee. I definitely think it was something that I thought it was a thumb in the eye. To be honest with you, but regardless, he took a knee. That's just what it is. Even without the knee, I had Lamont winning the fight. Good fight, very good fight. You know what I mean? Tank, I guess, kind of got his first blemish on his record. Good fight, man. Very good fight. Lamont, shout out to Lamont Roach, man. I'm not gonna lie, I gotta give him a lot of credit. I did not give him much of a chance to win this fight. I always believe that Tank does not take chances. This is a chance he took. I got to give it to Tank. Took a risk. Tank's pre-fight bet that he would stop Roach, $250,000. I'm watching the Tank thing. He's saying something about his eye. He goes to the corner. He wipes his face and he walks out. I believe Tank. I do believe Tank. I do believe
all my nigga kids cause
that something happened to his eye. I do believe that. I think it was a thumb in his eye and maybe he put some, I don't know. Gervonta Davis explains why he found it. I don't get it. People are going crazy right now online. Roach no respecto a Gervonta. The moment Tank heard it was a draw, he went to a knee. They were supposed to give me the victory. This is bullshit. Bullshit. Tank Davis. Jesus Christ. That's all I got to say about that. Shout out to the 1,035 people in there. Authentic. This is going crazy. Pitbull. Pitbull's out there. Lamont Roach was Tank Davis' toughest fight. Tank. He's going to see this. He's going to cuss me out. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I like your outfit, though. Hated the walkout. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Wow. I never seen someone take a knee and they don't count as a knockdown. Must have forgot the rules. Listen, Tank Davis is right, man. I mean, oh man. George Campbell says, ouch. There goes the perfect record. That was a knockdown. That ultimately made the difference. The Dwarf had a go at me for my losses to Haney and Loma. Time to look at yourself, Wanky Tanky. Great work, Roach. Respect. Tanky, the jig is up. People are reacting. And listen, at the end of the day, when you're on the top of the mountain, people want to see you fall. It's just real shit. You know what I mean? Tank is on top of the mountain, and people just want to see him eventually fall. Now, Tank can do one of two things. Okay? He can come back and be great off of the situation. You know what I mean? Or he could just do what he originally said and retire in a couple fights. But I will say this. He is going to make a whole lot of money off of the rematch of this fight. And there are going to be a lot of people that believe that Lamont Roach would win the second fight. You know what I mean? I believe it too. I would buy the fight. Shout out to the 1,062 people in here. Appreciate you. We're still going strong. Hammer and Hank. Wow. It's crazy. Knocked down by a hairdresser is absolutely crazy. Who is this lady that did his hair? I want to meet this lady. Anybody know who she is? I don't know who she is. It was round 9 he took the knee. Wow. God bless America. God bless boxing. Wow. Whew. But anyways, on that note, guys, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m., I will be live on the 10A podcast. We'd love for you guys to join us. We're going to talk about a lot of this. I'm probably going to do a show tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock just to speak on what transpired today. I'll have some clips set up for you guys. I definitely appreciate you guys. Shout out to everyone that tuned in tonight. It's your boy Norbs, and we are out of here. Make sure y'all tune in.